It's Mom and Pop Video Shop.
Welcome back to the Mom and Pop Video Shop. I am Tyson.
I am Joel, your
it's-
humble clerk.
Are you implying that I'm not humble?
Correct.
That I feel
I'm not
like...
implying it. I'm point blank saying it.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad to have a job, I guess. In this, so, but no, it's actually Monday, but in our mind, in our little world, it's Friday night, and you've come in, you want to watch something, you're like, look,
We really should release these on Fridays. It would make a hell of a
I know,
lot more sense, but whatever.
it's Friday night's horror night for me, so this is gonna be another horror pick, but we're gonna go super classic.
Oh boy. What year?
Might
what
be-
year?
might be
86?
Dude, might be the oldest that we've done. I've dropped a subtle hint all morning as to what movie.
Wolfman.
The Wolfman from 1941.
Yes.
Correct? 41.
Yeah,
I was going to say 42, but I think it's 41. No.
43 from here my dad was born. No, it was 41. Yeah,
Pretty sure it's 41. Yes, the classic.
I love that cover,
Lon
too.
Chaney. The classic collection.
MCA Universal boxes.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
This was all I always used to get these for Easter presents. For
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah.
It was a new Universal classic. So I guess this is my VHS from my childhood. So this is probably
it's in good shape, dude.
30 years old. at
Mine
least.
from my childhood are pretty janky, so
Yeah.
you did good.
Yeah, I tried to take care of it. But I will read from the back of the box. But I would think, folks, if you're a horror fan, you've probably seen The Wolfman, but maybe not, because there's a lot of folks that haven't
Now,
seen
the
all
question
the classics.
could it possibly hold a candle to the Benicio del Toro Anthony Hopkins movie?
We're going to talk about that, too. Hold that thought. So, from the back of the classic collection from Universal Studios, The Wolfman, the original horror classic that introduced one of the screen's most infamous monsters. Lon Chaney Jr.
Easy for you to say.
Lon Chaney Jr. portrays Larry Talbot, who returns to his father, played by Claude Rains.
Yes.
Who's no stranger to Universal Monster Pictures.
Invisible Man.
He returns to his father's ancient castle in Wales and meets a beautiful woman played by Evelyn Ankers, and I heartily agree with that particular description of Miss Ankers. In the nearby village, one fateful night, Talbot escorts her and her friend Jenny to a local carnival where they meet a mysterious gypsy fortune teller. It doesn't say it on the back of the box, but who played that gypsy fortune teller?
Oh, I know her. It's like one of those hard to pronounce names.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the one that actually reads Jenny's fortune.
I don't remember.
Bela Lugosi.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah,
incidentally, the overall.
I always forget he's in that movie.
I know, and that's it.
I always forget
Yeah,
until
the
I
old
see
lady
it or
is,
someone says it.
Malova is Maria Ospanskaya.
Skaya. That's it.
Ospanskaya.
Yes, I can never remember how to pronounce it.
But at any rate, soon Jenny's fate is revealed when she is attacked by a vicious wolf. Talbot clubs the wolf to death with his silver-handled cane, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But not before he is badly bitten, and the curse of the werewolf is upon him. Foggy atmosphere, elaborate settings, and a chilling musical score enhance this haunting classic, co-starring Bela Lugosi and Maria Ospanskaya.
Yeah, there they
Just
are.
got a little ahead of myself there. So, written by Kurt Siedmak, who we have to thank for many of the werewolf lore and legends and things we get today. You know, you'd think that it goes back all hundreds and hundreds of years.
Like
and
Dracula or something.
it was absolutely pulled from the screenplay for 1941's The Wolfman.
Yep.
Directed by George Wagner. Trying to think anybody else cast and crew that jumps out. Ralph Bellamy. I think he played...
Actually, Trading Places, right? Is that Ralph Bellamy? Am I thinking of the wrong guy?
So I'm trying to think who Ralph Bellamy was in this. I think he plays the like the gamekeeper, the warden.
Maybe it's a different Ralph Bellamy. Isn't there Ralph Bellamy in Trading Places?
Maybe, but how old would he have been?
And then he would have been young. So is a guy
Obviously,
young?
but... Oh, yeah.
Okay, I know. It's been like 12 years since I watched that movie, so I don't... Yeah.
So, since you watched The Wolfman?
Yeah, at least.
1940
Maybe. I feel like I showed the kids and they were pretty young. So, but I mean, it may have been.
Well,
10.
that brings up a good point I want to say. So we always talk about the like gateway horror.
Yes.
You know, and obviously Joe and I are children of the '80s, and we love Silver Bullet and The Howling, and for all intents and purposes, it started with 1941's The Wolfman.
Yep. Lon
Chaney Jr. Hot take here. My favorite of the classic Universal monsters, probably The Wolfman.
Really?
I love how tragic he is. And the thing is, like, every installment, and we brought this up in an earlier video, even Abbott and Costello, Meet Frankenstein, right? Lon Chaney Jr.'s performance, he is always so torn. Like, he does not want to live. Like, it's that classic, like, I am cursed. I will do whatever it takes to break this curse. Just let me die in peace. You know what I mean? And never, even in the horror comedies of the early days, he never plays it. Now, there's that scene, running around the room, in Abbott Costello. But the Wolfman is he's
trying to kill him.
It's
played straight.
Lou Costello.
Back to my point, the comedy comes out of Lou Costello's reaction to this creature trying to kill him, who's playing it straight. If he was acting as goofy as Costello,
it wouldn't work. But certainly not in the movie that brought the Wolfman as we know him to the screen. And the look,
was it Jack Pierce?
Jack Pierce.
Yep.
Did the makeup absolutely.
Wolfman for me was always in my. I mean, I love all the Universal monster stuff, but as I've gotten older, Wolfman probably was always my overall favorite for the longest time. And then, shocking to no one, the Gill Man has obviously grown on me over the years. And I think because I've watched all. I feel like I've watched Creature three of them, and the most now of any of the. And I know that's later, that's like the 50s, but I don't know, I like that vibe better even.
Yeah. If you look at the timeline too of the classic movies, you got to remember that this was like 10 years
after we did Frankenstein and Dracula.
Exactly.
Bride came out in the 30s, right?
Yes. Yeah. Bride was 33.
Yeah. So 31 was Frankenstein and Dracula, right? Were they both 31? Right around there. I know.
Was it the same year or was?
I feel like it was really close to.
Was Frankenstein 32?
It might have been.
Anyway,
yeah.
King Kong was in there too, but
that's.
But you had a lot of Frankenstein and Dracula sequels.
Yes. Which I don't know. I've seen a couple of them maybe, but I don't feel like I saw a lot of those. Whereas Creature, I mean, it was like 2 sequels to be fair.
But then you get 41, which again I feel like this was like started a new era, and I think you can almost see it in the cinematography too.
Yeah,
that
it definitely has a different.
Made, you know what I mean? And
same with like by the time you get to Creature from Black Lagoon, the 50s.
The Talbot estate in this, and the fog, and it's just very. You just feel like they
it's more cinematic. Whereas like Dracula, especially, it was based on a play, and it was shot in the early 30s. So
it's very set heavy. Yeah, not that this isn't, but it's just
it feels more open. The camera moves more. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah.
And then to your point, then you go another 10 years, 11 years, or is it?
It's 54,
12 years,
12, right?
Yeah. So then you get Creature.
And then I always liked Frankenstein versus the Wolfman too. I don't know why I like that. Yeah, I haven't seen it forever. But I remember
any installment where you've got Lon Chaney Jr. In the fur, as it were.
Yes.
I think he's.
Didn't he
brilliant.
also play? Did he play
Frankenstein's
monster at one point? Right. Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
He for sure did it in Ghost of Frankenstein. Okay. I believe. That's the one where one of two.
Because Glenn Strange, which is like the perfect name for a guy playing a monster.
Did Abbott Costello.
Yeah, and so you had obviously Boris Karloff.
Because there was I think it was 2 movies where Bela Lugosi plays Igor.
That's right. Yep. Igor. I remember that.
Yeah, Igor. Because Fritz was only Fritz in the original.
Yes.
But the other cast, Claude Rains, is fantastic.
Yes. Everybody's great in it. It's a great movie.
Maria Ouspenskaya, we've already touched on. She is the quintessential old gypsy.
Fortune teller in a. It's not like a carnival, right? They're just like travel.
Yeah,
it's
like
a travel nomadic
gypsy kid. Yeah, and it's like Sir Talbot's land is so vast that back in the day, and that actually happened. Like you would have traveling gypsy camps. You'd be like, let them stay on the outskirts.
Yeah, otherwise they would curse you, and you would get thinner.
Precisely. I remember when I first saw this too. In my mind, Lon Chaney Jr. had to have been like 12 feet tall. Have you ever noticed, like between the double-breasted suit and the shoulders, and I don't think he was like as tall as you think in real life. I mean, he was a well-built guy, but like I always pictured him as being just this giant of a man. And then for whatever reason, when he turns into the Wolfman, like he always seems smaller in stature.
The way he carries himself.
Exactly. But so I love the Wolfman.
I love and here's the other thing we did. Right? So the look, that classic, just the shirt and the pant, just that look, I love.
Yeah, the trousers and the bare feet.
I like that. I like that.
And I mean, for pure. And we've talked about this several times through the years. My idea of a werewolf is a wolfman. Is a bipedal.
I love American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely prefer the Wolfman.
The torn clothing, you know what I mean? The standing upright.
I prefer that.
And I mean, he's vicious as hell for 1941.
Oh, yeah.
What you can get away with, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a vicious werewolf character.
Yeah.
I really, really like his performance. The dog, I don't know if you remember, that might have been the wolf that was playing the wolf that was attacking the girl. But that was like the
Yes.
universal dog.
Yes.
That was like Lon Chaney Jr.'s best friend on set. And there's all those pictures of them hanging out
Yeah,
together. It was
yeah.
a big German Shepherd. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. We talked about the Jack Pierce makeup. This is a classic. It is a pillar of horror cinema.
How many tapes, Tyson?
It is definitely 5 tapes or 5 film reels.
See, weird. I was going to give it 3.
You're so full of shit. I don't even know why.
I feel like there's certain movies
I
like that
deal
goes.
with you.
I don't even know why I bother.
No, and we always say, but I think, look, man.
Now here's the thing. I will say this: it's a 5 taper for me personally, but I could see people who aren't used to watching movies from that
classic.
era.
Yeah, I get it.
It would barely be a 3.
And you don't have to love it, but if you love basically any werewolf movie from 1950 on,
yeah. I think it's also showing respect for the stuff that came before. That without that, you ain't got the stuff you got today.
Yeah.
So if you really love Dog Soldiers and American Werewolf in London,
31 Todd Browning Dracula has its flaws. It's not. But still,
yeah, because modern movies today definitely don't have flaws.
Yeah, you got to appreciate
Yes,
where all
yes.
of this started, guys. And you got to appreciate that it was movies like this that kept Universal Pictures
going
from going out of business.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Otherwise, we wouldn't have all those Minion movies.
And we wouldn't have near the horror pantheon that we do today.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
5 tapes for me. I love it.
It's a 5
Let
taper.
us know what you think. If you've never seen it, I would be super curious to know. Let us know in the comments. And then this shouldn't be too hard to find now. Go out and track it down and then come back and let us know. Do you think that this 80-some-odd-year-old film holds up?
Yes.
That's all I've got on this. And remember, at the Mom and Pop Video Shop, unless you've got something else you want to add.
That's pretty much it.
Then remember, at the Mom and Pop Video Shop, that even a man who's pure of heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf man, or may become a werewolf when the wolf bane blooms. I fucked this up.
Yes,
and
you
the
did.
autumn moon is bright. Shit. Anyway,
Our love,
remember at the Mom and Pop Video Shop, our love of
Spider Baby,
with Sid Haig
and Lon Chaney
and Lon Chaney Jr. Right.
never stops.
Mom and Pop